And then I'll mute you all real quick. All right, we will get started. Excuse me. So our practice today with the new moon will be a little slower and gentler. I am trying to start paying a little more attention as we go through the moon cycles to adjusting our practice to that as well. I've been reading a little more about the lunar cycles recently and just thinking about how much healthier we would all be if we were able to just follow those rhythms a little more. So I thought at least a starting place would be into our yoga practice. So it'll be a little slower and gentler practice today. All right, so finding our comfortable seat, pillow or blanket underneath your hips for support. We'll begin rubbing the palms of our hands together, bringing focus and energy into the palms. And then take the fingertips and gently brush them across the forehead, temples, and cheeks, brushing away any worries or expectations. Bring the fingertips to the eyes, palms to the cheeks, turning your attention inward. And take a couple of deep cleansing breaths. When you're ready, you can float your hands down, either keeping your eyes closed or gazing softly downward. Extend your spine up tall, shoulders back and down. Lift your heart with each inhaling breath. Sitting bones sinking toward the earth with each exhale. We'll tune in with 3 ohms. Feel free to join in or just absorb the vibrations. Take another deep breath in. Take a moment to absorb the vibrations of the mantra as it connects us all as one. Allow yourself to settle here this Saturday morning and set an intention for your practice, drawing in the energy of this new moon and solar eclipse. Something you want to nurture or cultivate within yourself. Perhaps open yourself up to. today and in the next few weeks. Bringing your awareness to the breath. Allow each inhale to bring you here, to this room, to this moment. Allow each exhale to release anything not needed for your practice today. With your next inhaling breath, allow the belly to soften and expand. And as you exhale, draw the belly toward the back. Follow your body's rhythm, expanding on the inhale, contracting on the exhale. With your next inhaling breath, expand the belly and open the ribs, reaching them out to the sides. And as you exhale, contract the belly and relax the ribs. Follow your body's rhythm, expanding and opening, contracting and relaxing. With your next inhaling breath, expand the belly, open the ribs, and lift the chest, creating space for your heart. And as you exhale, contract, relax, and lower. Continue this full deep breath, expanding your lungs in all directions with each inhale. Completely releasing the breath with each exhale. As you continue this full deep breath, we'll gently begin to shorten the pause between the inhale and the exhale, shifting into the circular or continuous breath, coming to the edge of one end of the breath and turning it into the other. So the inhale gently turns into the exhale, and the exhale gently turns into the inhale. If you'd like, you can envision a large water wheel in front of you. The in-breath drawing the wheel towards you. And the exhale pushing the wheel away. Creating one continuous circle of breath. This continuous circle breath helps us to find balance in the in and out breath. Balance between the activation of our inhale and the relaxation of our exhale. Take one more full breath. And as you reach the end of your exhale, gently return to your natural breath. Taking a moment to notice any changes you feel in your mind or body. Remembering that our breath is always with us to help find those moments of peace and calm. Bringing your awareness to your right hand, allowing the tips of the thumb and pointer finger to come together. And bring those fingertips to your heart center, turning your attention deeper inward toward your heart, looking within for your inner light and your inner joy. As you find that connection with the light within you, allow its warm glow to flow on the breath throughout your entire body. As you find that connection with your inner joy, allow it to radiate up onto your face in a smile, and breathe it out into the space around you. As we continue our practice, allow your light and joy to flow through each breath and movement, honoring all that you are in each moment. When you're ready, you can float your hand down. Gently open your eyes. If you would like to switch your legs or change positions, please go ahead and do what feels right for your body today. And with your next inhaling breath, let's scrunch our shoulders up by our ears. Exhale, press the shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, back and down. We'll bring the hands in front of the chest, palms facing down. Tuck the shoulder blades back and down. Lift the heart, strengthening the muscles around the scapula. Noticing if one side feels a little stronger than the other, and see if you can balance those. Then let's bring the elbows back toward each other, lifting the heart a little more, gently squeezing the center of the shoulder blades toward each other, wringing out any tension. And opening the arms wide, turning the palms up, lift the heart a little more, and draw the lower corners of the shoulder blades toward each other. If it feels okay, you could flex the wrists, pressing through the palms, breathing into the heart. And let's bring the arms in front, crossing the right over the left. Bending at the elbows, hands either back to back, left hand around the right wrist or hands at the shoulders. Lifting the elbows up to shoulder height, dropping the shoulders away from your ears. Gently squeeze the arms together or push the elbows away, breathing into the upper back. Allow the jaw to be soft and the chin to tuck gently toward the throat, lengthening the back of the neck. If it feels okay, you can begin to lower and lift the elbows, extending that stretch around the shoulders. And with your next inhale, if it feels okay, lift those elbows a little higher, gently arching. And as you exhale, round, breathing into the upper back, and careful of the low back. And with your next inhale, come back to center. And we'll unwrap the arms, open wide, pressing through the palms, tucking the shoulder blades back and down. And then bringing the arms in front, crossing the left over the right, bending at the elbows, hands back to back, or right hand around the left wrist, or hands at the shoulders. Elbows lift to shoulder height, dropping the shoulders away from your ears. Gently squeezing the arms together or pushing the elbows away. Again, jaw stays relaxed. Chin draws gently toward the throat. If it feels okay, you can begin lowering and lifting those elbows. And with your next inhaling breath, if it feels okay, lifting the elbows a little higher, gently arching. And as you exhale, round, breathing into the upper back. And with your next inhale, come back to center. And we'll gently unwrap the arms, extending them out to the sides. We'll make some circles with the wrists. And reverse those circles. And we'll bring the hands to the heart, interlacing the fingers, pressing the palms out in front. We'll roll the shoulders forward, drop the chin round the spine. Inhale, lifting the arms up over the head, gently arching. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. This time as you exhale, leave the palms up and gently drop the chin, softening the elbows. Roll the shoulder blades back toward each other, wringing out any tension, squeezing those upper corners of the shoulder blades toward each other. And if it feels okay, you could press the palms a little higher, paying attention to your shoulders and elbows. You can also gently release through the back of the neck a little more if that feels okay. With your next inhale, lift the chin. And as you exhale, let's float the hands down, placing the hands on the floor. Inhale, lifting the right arm up by the ear. Exhale, gently reach across the body. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. Hold and breathe. Dropping that right hip toward the mat. Lift the heart, reach through the fingertips. Chin is gently away from the chest, breathing into the side of the body. And with your next inhale, lift up tall. And as you exhale, float the hand down. Inhale the left arm up by the ear. Exhale, reach across the body. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. Hold and breathe, dropping the left hip, lifting the heart, reaching through the fingertips, breathing into the left side of the body. And with your next inhale, lift up tall. And exhale, float the hand down. Let's bring the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind the right hip, lifting the heart. As you inhale and as you exhale, gently twist to the right. Head comes around last. Continuing to lift the heart with each inhale, twisting gently through each exhale. If it feels okay for your neck, with your next inhaling breath, gently turn the chin over the left shoulder, letting that breath go. And with the next inhale, come back to the right. And with the next inhale, come back to the center, letting the breath go. We'll bring the right hand to the left knee, left hand behind the left hip, lifting the heart facing forward, deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently twist toward the left, head comes around last. Heart lifts with each inhale, gently twisting through each exhale. Hold and breathe. If it feels okay for your neck, with your next inhale, turn your chin over your right shoulder, letting that breath go. And with the next inhale, coming back to the left, letting the breath go. Then inhaling back to the center and releasing. Let's extend our legs out in front of us, scooting our feet down toward the end of the mat. Flexing the feet, toes pointing up toward the sky. Shoulders are back and down, belly is strong. Engage the quadriceps so that the kneecaps draw up. Gently lifting the heels off the floor if that feels okay, being careful not to hyperextend the back of the knee. Lengthening through the spine. Shoulders soften. Reach through those heels, engaging both the inner and outer quads. And with your next exhale, soften the legs. Let's take the arms and we'll inhale, sweeping forward and up, clearing our aura space, and exhale, folding over. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, gently folding over. Once more, sweeping up. Exhale, fold over. Letting the hands rest on the legs, floor, or feet. Lengthen through the spine. Soften through the low back and the back of the legs. Noticing where you can let go, creating a little more space. And with your next inhale, lift up tall. We'll slide the hands behind us. Can keep the feet together, lifting into inclined plane as our counter pose, or bend the knees, placing the feet hip-width apart, lifting into reverse table. Whatever feels right for your body today. We'll have the fingertips facing the hips, elbows are soft, and with your next inhale, we'll press the hips up high, elbows stay bent. Exhale, gently lowering the hips, hovering if that feels okay. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower and hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, or hold and breathe here if that feels okay, or continue coming up and down. Elbows stay soft. It's easy to lock them here, so try to keep them soft. Hips pressing high. Head extends out from the spine or chin tucking toward the chest. And with your next exhale, gently lower down. We'll shake out the wrists. Coming to the center of the mat, we'll round the spine, drop the chin, and gently roll back. Lengthening out onto the mat. Tucking the shoulders under. Gently scan up the body, noticing any parts that feel tired, achy, or sore. Honoring yourself and your body by listening to its messages. Pushing yourself to your edge, but not beyond it. And remembering that each time you do yoga, your body is a little bit different. Let's bend the right leg, floating the hands to the knee as we draw it in toward the chest. Lengthen through the spine. Soften around the hip. Let's make some circles with the ankle here. Stretching that foot as far as it can go in each direction. And reversing the circles. Then we'll place the left hand on the knee, right arm falls out to the side, palm facing down or bending at the elbow. As you exhale, gently twist over the left side of the body. Right hip comes off of the mat, foot comes across toward the floor. Vision toward the right arm as much as feels okay for your neck. Release the muscles around the hip, easing the spine into the twist. With your next inhale, come back to the center. We're going to bring the right hand either behind the knee or bringing it on the inside of the right leg, taking hold of the arch of the foot. From either position, bring the sole of the foot to face the ceiling And allow the knee to ease outside of the ribs just as much as feels okay, coming into half happy baby pose. Notice the right hip and see if you can soften anywhere inside of it that you might be holding on. If it feels okay, you can pull down a little bit, either on the foot or knee. And if it feels okay, you could also, don't have enough room with my couch there, I'm going to move over. You can also play around with extending the leg out. You can also use a strap here if instead of the hand, if that feels more accessible for you today. And again, noticing where you might be gripping or holding through the hip, and gently let that go. And we'll lower that right foot. Bending the left knee, let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh. You can stay here, gently pressing that right knee out to the side, or lift the left foot off the floor. Take hold behind the hamstrings or over the top of the shin, gently drawing that left knee toward the body just as far as feels okay. Lengthen through the spine. Shoulders tuck back and down as you send the breath to the right hip. And we'll gently release that leg, extending the left leg out. We'll bend the, no, sorry, extending the right leg out. We'll bend the left leg, floating the hands to the knee as we draw it in toward the chest. Shoulders tuck under, neck is nice and long, softening around the left hip. And we'll make some gentle circles with the ankle, if that just as far as feels okay. And reverse those circles. And keeping the right hand on the left knee, allow the left arm to fall out to the side, palm facing down or bending at the elbow. And as you exhale, gently twist across the right side of the body. Left hip comes off of the mat, foot comes across toward the floor, vision toward the left arm as much as feels okay for your neck. Releasing the muscles around the hip, easing the spine into the twist. With your next inhale, come back to the center. We'll take the left hand, either placing it underneath the left knee or bringing it on the inside of the leg, taking hold of the arch of the foot. From either position, bring the sole of the foot to face the ceiling, allowing the knee to ease outside of the ribs as far as feels okay for your body. And tuning into that left hip, seeing if you can soften or let go anywhere you might be holding on in the hip. You also may notice that one side feels a little more open or flexible than the other. That's usually just information about where we're holding things in our body. If it feels okay, you could play around with extending that leg out. And again, you could also use a strap here. Excuse me. A little tickle in my throat today. Excuse me. So bringing your leg back down, we'll bend the right leg, placing the left ankle across the right thigh. Goodness, now I'm sneezing. Something is being released. Can gently press the left knee out to the side, or if it feels okay, lifting the right foot off the floor, taking hold behind the thigh or over the top of the shin. Flexing the left foot as you draw the right knee toward the body. Lengthen the neck, shoulders tuck under. Breathe into the left hip. And now gently release, extending both legs out. Now let's reach the arms up over our head, interlacing the fingers, and have the pointer fingers extended. We'll move the right leg to the edge of the mat and bring the left leg to meet it. If it feels okay, you could also cross that left heel over the right ankle. And then we'll reach our arms toward the upper right corner of the mat. So our torso stays still and the arms and legs are reaching toward the right corners of the mat, making kind of a crescent moon, or a lot of teachers also call this banana pose. So you want to think about reaching through that left hand, lengthening through the side body gently, and then just soften and rest in this position. Noticing where you feel some tightness or where you feel the releasing happening. You might feel it in the shoulder or ribs. It might be deep in the hip joint, through the IT band on the outer thigh, or somewhere along the lower leg as well. We'll bring our arms back to center, bring the left leg back, and then the right. Just resting here for a moment in that center alignment. Then we'll move the left foot to the outer edge of the mat and bring the right foot either to meet it or hooking that right heel over the left ankle. And then bringing the finger, sorry, the hands to the left corner above you. Again, making that arch or excuse me, crescent toward the left. Beginning again initially with some active reaching, lengthening, and then softening, and just letting the body release into the pose. Again, noticing as you soften where you feel the body releasing. And gently bringing the right leg back to the center, and then the left, and shifting the arms back to the center. You can release the hands, just soften the body, letting it come back into alignment. We'll bend the knees, bringing them over the torso and wrapping the arms around the legs into Apanasana. Lengthening through the neck, breathing into the low belly. And from here, you can either roll to your side, pressing up with your hands, or slip the hands behind the knees, kick the feet over the head, and gently rock up. Okay, let's come forward to a standing position. And we're going to work with the Bhavahari Das moon salutations today. Again, helping to clear out anything we want to let go of, make room for anything that we would like offered from the universe. So we'll bring our feet hip width apart, spine tall, shoulders back and down. Oh, before we get fully started, because part of this is on the knees, if you want to add a blanket in the center of your mat for padding for your knees, please do that. My apologies for not remembering that sooner. So when you're ready, feet hip width apart, spine tall, shoulders back and down, belly strong, knees soft. Lift the toes, spread them wide as you lower them down, rooting into the floor, finding our strong mountain pose. So as we go through these moon salutations, thinking about keeping our energy sort of within ourselves versus sending it out into the world. So take a deep breath in and out. And with your next inhale, we'll lift the arms up over the head. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees as much as you need to, bringing the hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower into a squat as much as feels okay for your knees. You can keep the hands on the floor or bring the hands to the heart as we take another breath in. And with your next exhale, we'll step back with the left leg. Oh, I always do that one wrong. Bringing the knee to the mat. Lift the arms up over the head, clearing that aura space again. Exhale, folding forward, sweeping the arms back. Let's inhale one more time up. And then the hands to the mat. And exhale, bringing that right knee back to the blanket. Inhale, lifting both arms up over the head, gently arching. Exhale, forward or fold into child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Inhale, we'll slide forward onto our bellies, lifting the head and chest into a gentle cobra. Exhale, pressing the hips back to the heels into child's pose. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale, stepping forward with the right foot. Sorry, my right and left are off this morning. And sweeping the arms up over the head. Bringing the hands to the mat as we step forward with the left foot. Lowering into the squat as much as feels okay for your knees. Take an inhale here. Exhale, forward fold, lifting the hips toward the sky. Inhale, sweep the arms up in front of us. Exhale, hands to the heart. Sorry, my breath got a little mixed up in there. If all else fails, just keep breathing. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over the head, gently arching. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming into the squat as much as feels okay for your knees. Inhale, hands to the heart if that feels okay, or keeping the hands on the floor. Exhale, stepping back with the right leg. Inhale, sweeping the arms up over the head. Exhale, forward. And inhale, up again. Exhale, bringing the left leg back. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, gently arching. Exhale, coming into child's pose. Inhale, sliding forward onto the belly, lifting the head and chest into a gentle cobra. Exhale, hips to the heels. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, stepping forward with your left foot. I think I've mixed up our legs all together tonight, this morning. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, stepping forward, coming into your squat. Inhale, hands to the heart if that feels okay, or hands on the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Sorry for being so confusing in my directions today. Maybe we'll try them one more time and see if I can be a little more concise with that, or get the right and left correct. I need apparently a little more grounding today, I think. So we'll root into our feet, lift the spine tall. Inhale, lifting the arms up over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bend the knees into the squat. Inhale, hands to the heart if that feels okay. Exhale, stepping back with the left leg. Knee onto the mat. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, forward, sweeping them back. Inhale, up one more time. And exhale, we'll bring the right leg back. Inhale, sweeping the arms up over the head, gently arching. Exhale, fold into child's pose. Inhale, sliding forward onto the belly, lifting into a gentle cobra. Exhale, hips to the heels. Inhale, lift the arms over the head. Exhale, stepping forward with the left foot, coming into that lunge. Inhale, sweeping the arms over the head. Exhale, bringing the right foot forward, coming into the squat as much as feels okay for your knees. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale, forward fold, hips lift high, head comes down. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a breath in and out, and we'll do one more on the other side. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lower the hips just as far as feels okay. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale, bringing the right leg back, knee onto the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms over the head. Exhale, sweeping down and back. And then inhale up one more time. Exhale, bring the left leg back. And inhale, sweep the arms up over the head, gently arching. Exhale, folding into child's pose. Inhale, sliding forward onto the mat, lifting the head and chest into a gentle cobra. Exhale, hips to the heels. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, stepping forward with the right foot, coming into that lunge. Inhale, sweeping the arms up over the head. Exhale, stepping forward with the left foot, coming into the squat. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale, forward fold, hips lift up, head comes down. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. We'll take a breath in and out here. Let's work with tree as our balance pose today, reminding us of coming to stillness, allowing ourselves to tune into our own intuition. So feet hip width apart. If you'd like to have a wall behind you, please go, or wall for support, go ahead and have that behind you. Spine lifts up tall, shoulders back and down, belly strong, knees soft. Lift the toes, spread them wide as you lower them down. Shifting your weight to the left foot, turning the right knee out to the side. Find a focus spot for your gaze. Can stay here working on balance by lifting the toes. You can bring the foot to the calf or into the groin. Or if it feels okay for your hips, you can bring the foot against the crease of the hips. Finding your steady place, we'll bring the hands to the heart. And today I'll encourage you just to stay here with the hands at the heart, turning inward, rooting into that foot, that left foot as you lift up out of the hip. Crown of the head reaches toward the sky, but staying within ourselves, tuning in to our own intuition about our bodies, our minds, our spirits, what we truly wish for in our lives. And when you're ready, gently lowering the hands and lowering the leg. Shake out that left leg. Find our balance again on both feet. Spine tall, shoulders back and down, belly strong, knees soft. Lift the toes, spreading them wide. Shifting the weight to the right leg. Left knee turns out to the side, finding a focus spot for our gaze. And stay here, working on balance by lifting the toes. You can bring the foot to the calf, into the groin, or against the crease of the hip. Again, whatever feels right for you today. It might feel different one side to the other as well. When you find that steady place, bringing the hands to the heart, rooting into the right foot, lifting up out of the right hip gently. Soften the shoulders. Taking a moment to tune into your sense of stillness. Trusting that you are enough as you are in this moment. And when you're ready, gently lowering the leg, shaking that right leg out. Check our time. All right. Move the blanket off the mat. Let's bring our legs nice and wide. We'll interlace the fingers. Inhale the palms up over the head. And as we exhale, we're going to turn toward the right leg, folding over, circular motions. Coming to the center, inhaling off of the left leg as we come back to the top. And perhaps imagining we're tracing that edge of the moon with our hands. Even though as we come to this new moon, we can't see it, we know it's still there as we trace that edge. And then for your next exhale, we'll go to the left and back to the right with the inhale. Again, finding that edge of the moon. Drawing in its energy. And then the next time you're at the center, we'll drop the arms out at shoulder height, forward fold, floating the hands under the shoulders onto the floor or blocks. We'll soften the knees, pressing into the feet, lifting the hips up high. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Shoulders slide down the back. Press into the feet. Knees are soft as the hips reach high. Allow the breath to deepen and slow. Let's walk the feet a little closer toward each other, stopping just outside of hip width apart. If you'd like to use a block, you can place that behind the heels in the center as we move into Malasana Squat. We'll soften the knees, drop the hips, coming into a high Malasana if that feels good, or lowering the hips by the heels or onto the block, or coming all the way to the mat, walking the feet a little further apart, opening here. So finding that position that feels supportive for you in this moment. Lengthening through the spine, softening through the shoulders, breathing into the hips. And I invite you to come the rest of the way down to the floor if you're not already. And go ahead and join me in this wide-legged seated squat with the legs bent. And we'll move into turtle pose today. So what we want to think about is our elbows coming underneath the knees, if that feels accessible. And a couple of different ways you can work with turtle pose. You can bring the hands underneath the lower legs, so they're just on the outside of your feet. Or if your elbows are able to go underneath your knees, you can bring the hands back by the hips. But if you can't get your elbows underneath the knees, then that part doesn't feel very comfortable at all. So go ahead and keep your hands here if that feels better, or if it just feels like that's all you want to do today as well. So lengthening the spine, we'll lift the toes, and we're going to slide our feet away from us. And it brings the legs onto the arms and helps to bring us forward. So again, those hands can be here by the feet or can be back by the hips. Finding the position that feels comfortable again and supportive for you. You can let the head drop down if that feels okay for your neck. Gently soften through the low back and the back of the legs. Turning inward. Seeing what you notice within yourself. And with your next inhale, we'll lift the head, slide those heels back towards us a little bit, and then remove those arms. Let's bring the right leg in, and we'll turn the left leg toward the back. So in that deer pose position. And then we're going to turn to face the short end of our mat to the right of us. So we'll bring the left hand on the outside of the right knee if that feels okay. Lengthening the spine. We'll walk the hands away just as far as feels okay. Seeing if you can soften through the hip and on the right and also through the ribs no, I said that wrong. The hip on the left and the ribs on the right. Lengthening through the spine. You can stay here, or if it feels okay, you can lower down onto the forearms. You can also stack the fists, resting the forehead on the fists. Or if it feels accessible, bringing the palms on top of each other and then forehead on the back of the hand. Once you find a place that feels supportive, see if you can release a little more through the lower body. And we'll gently press into the hands, Coming back to the center, just gently twist a little to the left and then back to the center. Let's switch our legs. So the left leg will be bent in toward the groin, right foot behind us. We'll turn to face the left short end of the mat. Hands coming outside of the legs if that feels okay. Again, you can put some blocks here or even fold up the blanket to give you a little more height and to make that more accessible. Lengthening through the spine. Gently soften down a little bit. You can walk those arms out if that feels accessible. You can come down onto the forearms. Again, you could stack the fists, resting the forehead here, or bringing the palms down, resting the forehead on the back of the hand. When you find that comfortable position for the upper body, soften and release through the lower body. And then we'll gently lift the head, walking the hands back, coming to the center, gently turning to the right, just a slight twist, and then coming back to the center. We'll come back into a cross-legged position. Extending the spine up tall, shoulders back and down. With your next inhale, reach to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, drop the right ear over the right shoulder, tucking the right shoulder back and down, breathing into the left side of the neck. If it feels okay, you could bring the left arm across the low back. And if it feels okay, you could reach the right arm out to the side, bending the elbow, resting the right hand on the left ear. Keeping the heart lifted. Breathing into the left side of the neck. Releasing the right hand. Releasing the left hand. With your next inhale, come back to the center. And as you exhale, drop the left ear over the left shoulder, tucking that left shoulder back and down, breathing into the right side of the neck. Again, if you would like to bring the right hand across the low back, go ahead, or right arm across the low back, go ahead and do that. And extending the left arm to the side, bending the elbow, placing the left hand on the right ear if that feels okay. Heart lifts, breathing into the left side, no, right side of the neck. Releasing the left arm, Releasing the right arm. With your next inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, turn the chin over the right shoulder. Shoulders are back and down. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale the chin over the left shoulder. Inhale to the center. Let's place the arms or the hands behind us, fingertips pointing away from the body. We're going to bend the elbows, lift the heart, lift the chin. Press the shoulder blades back toward each other as you bend the elbows as much as feels okay. Breathing into the heart. Creating space within the upper body and the chest and heart. Allowing yourself to be open to whatever arises. And with your next inhale, lift up tall. And exhale, bringing the hands back to the legs. We'll take a breath in and out here. And then coming to the center of the mat. Rounding the spine, dropping the chin. We'll roll the spine back, lengthening through the neck. Lifting the feet up toward the sky. You can rock your hands or a block underneath the hips, supporting the legs. Lengthening the neck. Ankles and knees are soft as you breathe into the belly. If you're holding any tension in your face, see if you can soften around the edges of that. If your shoulders are pulling up, see if you can let them down a little as well. Let's gently bend our knees. Rock the hands or block out from underneath the hips. Hugging the legs in toward the chest. You can rock a little from side to side, massaging the low back if that feels good. If you'd like, you could also make small circles with your low back by drawing the knees in and out. And you can reverse those if you're making circles. And then for one last twist, we'll bring the arms out to the side, palms facing down. Knees together, gently lowering them to the right, vision to the left, softening through the spine. With your next inhale, come back to the center. And as you exhale, lower the knees to the left, vision to the right. Soften through the hips and spine. And with your next inhale, coming back to the center, lower the feet down. You can walk the feet out to the edges of the mat, resting your knees together, or extend the legs out into Shavasana, adding a bolster under the knees if that feels supportive. And I encourage you to cover up a little with a blanket or sweater, perhaps covering your feet with socks as well. So once you are settled, if your legs are extended, allow the feet to rest about hip width apart. Arms slightly away from the body with the palms turned up. Relax your forehead. Soften your eyes. Loosen your jaw. Press the shoulders back and down. And bring your awareness back to the breath. Allowing each inhale to fill you with a sense of peace and calm. Allowing each exhale to release anything that no longer serves you. If you would like to receive Reiki through Shavasana, please open yourself to receive it now. Let the breath bring you back to your heart center, reconnecting with the light and joy that always reside deep within your heart. Let each breath fill your heart with loving kindness for yourself. Sending that loving kindness to each and every cell of your body. Honoring all of who you are in this moment. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch in whatever way feels comfortable for you. When you're ready, gently bend your knees, roll to your side, and rest there for a moment. And then gently return to a seated position. We'll end with a metta blessing of loving kindness. Please feel free to join in. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings have peace. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. May all beings be free. The light in me honors the light in you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. For our world, for our communities, and for ourselves. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today and taking time for yourselves.
Thanks so much, Lisa. That was wonderful.
You're welcome. Thank you. Sorry for my mix-ups, but I guess it makes us laugh, though.
No problem at all.
Take care.
So
Bye.
long.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. Have a good week.
You too.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. Good to see you. And
Good to see you
go
too.
Buffs, right?
Exactly. My thing says my hand is raised. I don't know how I did that.
Oh, it does say your hand is raised. Huh.
Okay, it's lowered now.
Well,
I didn't have a question. I don't know.
Well, and I couldn't see it from way back there, so.
I couldn't either. I just saw it now getting up closer. I'm like, wait, what is that?
Who knows, right?
Technology.
All right. Well, take care.
You do the
See you
same.
next week. Thank you.
Enjoy the I guess the new moon and clearing some stuff out. Getting ready to start a new year.
Yes. Yeah. And that there's I know just reading like the astrology stuff and the energy, it's like it's all the stuff starting to clear out. I mean, it's still going to take time, but it's like
I need it. It has been the roughest fall I've had in a long, long time.
Have you had more stuff happening?
Yes, my cousin passed away right before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
they think from a stroke. He was 50. Totally unexpected. We don't know anything, like he didn't really have any health problems or anything. So and he was an avid fisherman and hunter, so he was, relatively active. And so yeah, it's just been thing after thing after thing this year for me this fall, and it's
Oh, I'm so sorry. That is really rough. I know it was already challenging with the other ones that you had. So
Yeah, this is my well, it's my fourth death this fall.
I thought so. Yeah.
So it's yeah, it I
Yeah.
life
Yep.
goes on and we just kind of keep going along and figure out how best to get through it all.
Yeah. Talk about letting go, right? Like it's
Oh
like
yeah.
right there in your face. Yeah.
Well, I've been laughing because I was like, yeah, it's I feel like yeah, letting go of some stuff. And I'm just like, dang, I let me get I wasn't I let me
I'm gonna
I
hold on to the rest.
wasn't
I
thinking
wasn't
this
ready.
much.
Yeah. 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 What are you doing for yourself?
It's I'm hanging in there. I'm having I mean it's hard and just with the pandemic and now the Omicron stuff and like we're having to wear masks again all the time at work and
Mhm.
so it's just I keep doing my best to roll at it and um it's been hard but I've done some good things too because like I got to go to the football game with my friend and I went to the CU alumni zoo nights with another friend
Oh, good.
and last night was kind of fun so I belong to it's called SCTE and it's the Society for Cable Technology and Engineering and anyways they had a membership appreciation night event last night and so they rented a parking lot next to Infinity Field there in Glendale,
Mhm.
the rugby field,
Uh-huh.
and they'd set up a drive-in movie theater, and we got to watch Christmas Vacation.
What a fun idea. That is
So
wonderful.
yeah, so instead of because usually they do like a party for the end of year, and
Mhm.
with things being what it is, they decided that would be a thing we could get together and do, but be safely socially distanced and stuff. So they
Mhm.
had when you got there, they gave you a bag of like chips and popcorn and stuff. And then they had a dessert truck that you could go and get a dessert from.
That's fun. So then could you like walk around a little and connect with people as
Yep.
well? So nice.
And so it
Oh,
was
that
just,
sounds really fun.
yeah. So it's, yeah. I've been, like I said, it's been hard, but I feel like I've been lucky that I've got to do a couple of fun things and it helps balance.
Yeah, it helps keep that light in your life
Yeah.
as well. Yeah. Yeah.
So this weekend, we're going to decorate the Christmas tree. Dwayne put up the Christmas tree this morning. So we'll do that. And yeah, just kind of keep trying to bring some positive stuff into.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely finding that balance all the time. And it's, ebbs and flows.
It, yep. So yesterday when I came home, I had a package and it was a Christmas present for my friend. I didn't know she was sending it to me, so it was a surprise. So I need to reach out to her this morning. But it's a little, I should have brought it down with me. It's a little singing bowl. It's a
Oh, the
little
little baby
singing
ones?
bowl. Yeah.
I
So it's
love
just like
those.
it's maybe like just that big or whatever.
Hmm.
But anyways, it's really cute.
Nice. Maybe that one you could take to have at your office and you can just
Oh,
clear.
that's true. Yeah, because it came with a little cushion to set it on,
Uh-huh.
and then
And you could
the
just
mallet or
clear the
whatever. Yeah.
space and just like, because when Ellington turned 13, I got him one of those little
Okay.
ones, and he likes to have it just he'll just ding it and clear out whatever. It's
Whatever's
just a,
going
like
on.
a
Just
nice little centering thing to do. Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I was like, oh, no, I have a because I have my other one that I have.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, oh, I'm starting to have be a collector.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. I love it. What a sweet thing for her to do. Yeah.
Yep. Well, she knows I'm big into yoga, so I figure she's always trying to figure out stuff to for she's she's very thoughtful in her gifts that she gives.
Hmm. Nice.
So
Very nice.
anyways, well, enjoy
Oh,
your weekend.
thank you. We're gonna do some decorating as well.
Ah, okay.
And I will I'll send you a little Reiki just for your heart
Oh, cool.
and
Well, thank you. Yes, it was funny because last week would have been the first time taking yoga since I had found out about everything. And I'm like, okay, just be putting good energy out. Don't have bad energy. Don't have that, don't bring it, don't be a downer to everybody. Just let it go and have some good energy and just let it, let it balance out. So I felt like I did that.
yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I think it's important to be able to share what we're going through, but like you're right. Sometimes it's like, no, just need to just be present in whatever else is happening. So it is again finding the
It's
balance. But I'm glad we were able to talk for a minute and you were able to
and
share
share. Well, I know. I feel like I'm like every time I talk to you, I'm like, so died, somebody died.
that. Well, it's been that kind of a fall for you. So
Uh,
hopefully, hopefully the shift will happen for you. And
but yeah, so it's
yeah,
like I said, letting go and just trying to figure out, okay, well, I'm still here, still have purpose, something. So let's keep going forward and figure out what that is. And um, we will we will see how everything goes from there.
yeah, yeah. It definitely gives us perspective.
And it's, yeah, because I mean, like, yeah, for James, it was just, I mean, I'm really worried about my aunt, because she's 87
Oh, okay.
and like she can't travel. So my uncle is the one, because James lived in Bozeman, Montana. So
Hmm.
my uncle's the one, and he's 88, and so he's having to drive up there. And then my other cousin, James's brother, he lives in Florida, so he drove up, and then I think he's supposed to be going up there this week. Um, I guess they'll kind of start trying to like pack things up in his house and because I guess his best friend and his girlfriend told my aunt and uncle that he has a will, but my aunt and uncle didn't know about the will. So
Hmm.
now they're trying to find it. So they're going like, is it in a safety deposit box? Is it um so yeah, so it'll just be kind of interesting to see. But I guess they did at his favorite bar where he lives, they did like a memorial for him. That was this Tuesday, I think it was. Of course, I didn't find out about it till Monday. So I'm like, well, gee, thanks. That gives me a chance to go to it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I think that's good. And his wishes are he wanted to be cremated and then have his ashes spread by the Green River.
Hmm.
So I figure, I don't know if my guess is they might wait and do something like in the spring or summer for that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll be able to be part of that.
So yeah, so we will see. But yeah, it's just it puts things into perspective because you're just kind of going, I don't know how. I mean, my hope is whatever it is hit and just took him down, and he was gone like that, and you're just kind of going, that's crazy that can happen. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I suppose it's preferable to being ill for a long time and going
Yeah.
through lots of pain and stuff. So
Yeah. It's just hard all around.
but this is why we do yoga, because we work out all the aches and pains and we go, okay, we're feeling good, we can keep going and doing our
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And it helps us tune into our bodies and notice those things that are a little off, or also just, tuning in and figuring out how to manage our emotions is such a huge piece as we go through the practice. I was thinking that actually when I could not keep track of the breathing or the right and the left as we were doing those first rounds of moon salutations. And I was like, that's when I was like, yeah, I am just not grounded. I just needed to. So I just like did a little quick grounding, and then I did the second one. I'm like, oh, well, okay, that's what I
There
needed
you
was
go.
to, yeah. And I got that whole thing right.
It's
Yeah, it's tricky. It's funny that like just those little bits of that inform us of how we're doing, and that now we have more tools to respond
well, I think
kindly to
that's
ourselves.
yeah, because I think like when at the beginning of practice when you're just doing the breath work and whatever, and you like, oh, that's kind of achy, or oh, that's a little, and it's to me it's like I think doing that is really important because we tend to shut a lot of that down because you're just go 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 go, and it's like, oh no, it's good to be like, oh hey, oh yeah, let's stretch that a little bit, and it it gives you a moment to reflect and be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I need to do a little self-care there, or I need a little of this, and it's good to have those reminders because we tend to power, well, I at least tend to power through stuff, so it's good to
Yeah,
stop and be like, oh yeah, okay, that's,
yeah,
and it's funny too how sometimes you feel things and you're like, wow, I would have never thought that would hurt, but oh, that's, yeah, a little, like you feel a little tight spot in your hand or something, or and you're just like, what?
yeah, absolutely. I think it's very common that we just plow through and don't really tune into the finer details of what's happening in our bodies and all that it takes to do all the things we do every day. And I always say that I teach what I need to hear. So when it comes out of my mouth, I'm like, yep, okay, listen.
Oh, that, yep, that helps. Oh, okay, yep. Well, I always think yeah, it's just, yeah, being able to, it's just, yeah, it's having the mental wherewithal, I guess, to slow down and pay attention and go, oh yeah, my body is letting me know this. Um, and then listening, right, and being kind to yourself and going, it's okay if you get, whatever. It's just okay. What do I need to do, and how do I ground it? And
Yeah.
was funny.
Yeah.
While I was actually, because my brain's supposed to be not doing things, but of course it's going a million miles an hour. And at work, I've been interviewing for a backfill for a full-time employee. And then I'm also interviewing for an intern for next summer. And I was thinking, what's a good, I had to add this to my like questions that I asked during the interview is, what do you do, like, if you have like an upcoming deadline, or just there's crazy stuff going on in your personal life, what do you do to help you focus so that you can settle down and and get done and get
Mhm.
what you need to get done.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that would be a very insightful question to see what people say
Mhm.
they do,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
most people may not even know. They're just like, I don't know, I just push through and do it.
Right. Right. Langston just texted me, sorry. He had his interview while we were in yoga class for Michigan State Master's Athletic Training Program.
Oh,
So
okay,
he
so
just texted that
he's
he thinks it went well. So
oh,
yay.
excellent. That
Yeah.
is good news.
Yeah. So that's his first choice is to stay there. And then he has a couple of other um, places that he will apply if he needs to. Michigan State is they're supposed to he may know by Christmas or by the early like in the first couple of weeks of January.
January.
So
Okay.
the oops, sorry, the other sorry, that went crazy. The other I was like everything was dinging and ringing. Um the other schools applications aren't due until like the 15th, so he's like hoping he'll know and then
Gotcha.
he won't. Oh, apparently a family FaceTime call is occurring.
Okay.
So I think I will.
Well, go get your good news, hopefully, and we will. Well, I'll see you next week.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. Take care of yourself.
Okay. Thanks, Lisa. Bye.
Bye.